The text came through while I was reviewing fabric samples at my desk. Don't wear white to my wedding. You'll embarrass us. My sister, Rachel, the same sister who had just posted her bridal gown all over Instagram, claiming it was a custom Valentino commission. The same gown I recognized from our company's counterfeit alert list. She was wearing a $340 knockoff and telling 200 wedding guests it was haute couture. How do you tell your sister she's about to commit fashion fraud in front of influencers, press, and the designer she's lying about? Especially when that designer's brand protection team reports directly to your department. I had two choices: stay quiet and let her humiliate herself, or bring the receipts to her wedding. Literally. Grab your coffee. This one's going to take a minute. And hey, drop a comment. Where are you watching from? And what time is it there? I'd love to know. Because what happened next changed everything. Let me back up. Rachel and I grew up in the same house, but we lived in different worlds. She was the golden child. Perfect grades, perfect friends, perfect everything. I was the artsy one. Translation, the disappointment. When I told my parents I wanted to go to design school, my mom actually laughed. Sewing, that's a hobby, not a career. They paid for Rachel's marketing degree in full. I worked 3 jobs to cover tuition at Parsons. After graduation, I clawed my way from unpaid intern to assistant pattern maker to senior technical designer at one of Europe's most iconic fashion houses. I won't name them here, but if you've seen a red carpet in the last decade, you've seen our work. Rachel, meanwhile, bounced between influencer gigs and multi-level marketing schemes. Our parents still called her the successful one. She has such a head for business, my dad would say. I let it go. In fashion, you learn early. Document everything. Every sketch, every email, every authentication code. One wrong attribution can end your career. So I saved everything. It wasn't paranoia. It was survival. When Rachel got engaged last year, I was genuinely happy for her. Then she started talking about her dress, and my stomach dropped. 3 months before the wedding, Rachel started a family group chat. The subject line, Wedding Aesthetic Coordination. She posted mood boards, color palettes, seating charts. Then she singled me out. Maybe you could borrow something dressy? I know your style is budget. I didn't respond. 2 days later, she posted again. Exciting news, my gown just came in. Custom Valentino, 6 months of fittings. The detail work is unreal. You wouldn't believe what goes into a piece like this. My phone started buzzing. Friends from work sending screenshots. Wait, did she commission something from us? No, she hadn't. I would have known. Then came the gut punch. Quick update, I've decided to go with my college friends for the bridal party. You understand, they just photograph better together. You'll still be there, obviously, just as a guest. My mom jumped in immediately. Rachel's right, honey. It's her day. Don't make it about you. I stared at the screen. I'd been demoted to the back row of my own sister's wedding. And then Rachel sent one more message. Private. Just to me. Don't mention where you work at the wedding, okay? I don't want people thinking I had to use connections. This dress is all me. Translation, stay small, stay quiet, stay irrelevant. I almost blocked her number. Almost. For about 48 hours, I seriously considered not going. Then my parents called. My dad did most of the talking. You're being selfish. She's your sister. This is the biggest day of her life. I tried to explain. He cut me off. Why do you always have to make things difficult? Just show up and smile. I hung up. The next day, Rachel's Instagram exploded. She posted a full carousel, 12 photos of her in the gown, captions dripping with hashtags, custom Valentino, bespoke beauty, luxury bridal. The post went semi-viral in our local scene. Comments poured in. You have incredible taste. This is what dreams are made of. Her follower count jumped by 3,000 overnight. My coworkers started sending me screenshots. Did you help her get this commissioned? I zoomed in on one of the photos. The stitching on the bodice was wrong.
The beading pattern didn't match our construction standards. The label placement looked off. Something was very, very wrong. I thought about letting it go. I really did. And then my phone lit up with an email from our legal department. Subject line, Q3 counterfeit alert, action required. I opened it, and there it was. The email was our quarterly intellectual property report. 23 pages of flagged counterfeit listings, knockoff handbags, fake shoes, replica gowns. I scrolled to page 4, and I stopped breathing. There was Rachel's dress. Same silhouette, same beading, same train. Product title, inspired by luxury bridal gown. High-quality replica. Price, $340. Sold by a manufacturer in Guangzhou. The listing had been flagged for trademark violation 2 weeks ago. I opened Rachel's Instagram and split screen. Overlay, zoom, compare. The embroidery placement, identical. The hemline curve, identical. Even the way the tulle gathered at the waist, identical. My sister wasn't wearing custom Valentino. She was wearing fraud. And she just told 50,000 people it was real. I took a screenshot of both images side by side. I saved the counterfeit report to a secure folder. And then I saw her second post, the one that made my blood run cold. She tagged the official brand account. She'd written, "Dreams do come true when you know the right people." She was implying we'd dressed her. My career, my reputation, my name. She was using all of it to sell a lie. I could have messaged her privately, but then I kept reading. Rachel didn't just want a beautiful wedding, she wanted a brand event. 4 days after the dress post, she announced she'd invited local fashion bloggers and lifestyle press to the ceremony. Can't wait to share my day with some amazing creatives.
Plus a few surprises from the fashion world. She added a winking emoji and a sparkle. Then she updated her LinkedIn. New title, Luxury Wedding Consultant, launching soon. She was turning her wedding into a business launch, and she was using my industry as her credibility. My desk phone rang. It was Lizette, one of our senior atelier managers. Hey, quick question. Did you help your sister acquire a bridal piece? My stomach flipped. No. Why? She's telling people she has a contact in our atelier. Someone sent me a TikTok. Just wanted to make sure we're clear on friends and family protocol. I felt my face go hot. I'll handle it. I hung up and opened TikTok. Found Rachel's account. There she was, standing in front of our flagship boutique. Caption, Perks of knowing the right people. The comments were full of questions. Do you work there? How do I get a hookup? She'd hearted half of them. My parents called again that night. My mom this time. Rachel's worried you're jealous. Please don't cause a scene at the wedding. She's worked so hard for this. I didn't answer. The wedding was in 6 days, and I'd just found something worse. I logged into our employee portal that night. We have a friends and family discount program. Employees get a code. 20% off twice a year. I hadn't used mine in over a year. I pulled up my account history, and there it was. One redemption. 3 weeks ago. Ordered under my name, shipped to Rachel's address. Over $1,200 in accessories. Veil, clutch, shoes, bracelet. She'd stolen my discount code. She'd used my employee credentials without asking, and she'd never said a word. I downloaded the receipt. Then I went back to TikTok. I watched her boutique video again. Read the comments. One stuck out. Wait, do you work for them? Rachel's reply. I have connections. Let's just say I'm very close to the design team. Not a joke, not a deflection, a lie. I found a Reddit thread next. Someone had posted asking if Rachel worked at the house. An anonymous reply, new account, created that day.
said, "I can't say too much, but I'm very involved in the bridal division." The username was a variation of Rachel's Instagram handle. She wasn't just lying about the dress. She'd stolen my identity to build her brand, and she was about to monetize it. I sat in the dark for a long time, and then I made a decision. I needed to understand why. So I did what any good researcher does. I went digging. Rachel's influencer career had tanked 6 months earlier. She'd lost 2 major sponsorships for low engagement and fake follower accusations. Her fiancé, Kyle, came from old money. His family was traditional, image-obsessed. The wedding wasn't just a celebration, it was an audition. I found a screenshot she'd posted to her close friend's story. I was still on the list. She'd never bothered to remove me. It was a Stripe invoice. Wedding sponsorship integration. $15,000 deposit received. She'd pre-sold brand partnerships, deals contingent on her having luxury access and insider credibility. If the lie fell apart, so did the contracts. I checked her LinkedIn again. Under experience, she'd added our fashion house. Title, fashion consultant. Dates, current. Completely false. A mutual friend who works in finance had mentioned months ago that Rachel had racked up serious credit card debt. I reached out, asked casually. "Over 30,000, he said. Unsecured. She's been maintaining a lifestyle she can't afford." The wedding wasn't about love. It was a financial rescue plan. And I was collateral damage. She wasn't just mean, she was desperate. And desperation makes people dangerous. Now I knew exactly what I had to do. I didn't want revenge. I wanted accountability. So I wrote an email. To Elena Cortez Atelier, Director. Subject: Unauthorized brand use, family matter. I kept it professional. Attached the counterfeit report, the Instagram posts, the TikTok video, the employee portal receipt, the LinkedIn profile. I explained the situation in 4 paragraphs. Then I wrote, "I want to handle this ethically, but I need the brand's support. She's using my name and our reputation to commit fraud. I can't let that stand." I hit send at 11 p.m. Elena called me at 7 the next morning. "I've looped in legal and brand protection. This is serious. We're not going to let someone damage our trademark or your career." She paused. "Here is what we're going to do. Carla Mendez from Brand Protection will attend the wedding with you as your +1. Low profile, professional. If your sister makes any public claims about the brand, Carla will intervene. Quietly. We'll have documentation ready. And if she backs down, then we'll issue a formal cease and desist on site, but we'll give her a chance to correct it first." I felt something I hadn't felt in months. Control. I opened the family group chat, typed one line. "I'll be there Saturday, bringing a +1. See you soon." I didn't explain. I didn't apologize. I just confirmed. Rachel reacted with a thumbs-up emoji. She had no idea what was coming.
Heads turned. A cousin whispered, "Is that from the new collection?" I smiled. Archive piece. On loan. Rachel was holding court near the cocktail bar. Influencers, bloggers, a reporter from a local lifestyle magazine. She was glowing. And she was talking about the dress. It's custom Valentino, 6 months of fittings. I worked directly with their bridal atelier. She gestured to the gown. The beadwork alone took weeks. You can't get this level of detail off the rack. A blogger leaned in. "How did you get access?" Rachel's smile widened. "I have incredible connections in the fashion world. Let's just say I know the right people." She glanced at me across the room, didn't acknowledge me, just kept talking. Carla's expression didn't change. She waited until Rachel mentioned the brand by name again. Then she walked over. Calm, professional. "Excuse me." "Hi, congratulations on your wedding." Rachel turned, smiled. "Thank you." Carla extended her hand. "I'm Carla Mendez, Senior Brand Protection, Valentino." Rachel's smile froze. "I actually oversee all bridal commissions for North America. I couldn't help overhearing, we don't have any record of a custom order under your name. Would you mind if I took a quick look at your gown's interior label? Just for our records." The group went silent. Rachel's face drained of color. I don't think that's necessary." Carla's tone stayed even. "It'll only take a moment." Rachel stammered. One of the bloggers looked confused. Carla stepped closer, examined the label without touching Rachel. She took a photo with her phone, nodded slowly. "This is a counterfeit. The logo font is incorrect. The lining is synthetic. There's no serial code." She pulled a branded envelope from her bag, handed it to Rachel. "This is a cease and desist letter for trademark infringement and false affiliation. You'll need to remove all posts claiming this is our product, immediately." Rachel's hands shook as she opened it. The blogger next to her leaned over, saw the header. "Wait, is that?" The whispers started. I stepped forward, looked Rachel in the eye. "I gave you a chance to tell the truth. You used my name, my career, my discount code. You committed fraud, Rachel, and I'm not covering for you anymore." No yelling, no scene, just facts. Rachel's eyes filled with tears. She turned and ran toward the bridal suite. Carla and I walked out. Quiet, professional. We didn't stay for cake. I'd done what I came to do. Within 48 hours, every one of Rachel's wedding posts disappeared. The Instagram carousel, the TikTok, the LinkedIn title, gone. She posted a vague apology to her close friends, taking a step back to focus on what really matters. Translation, damage control. Her sponsorship deals fell apart, brands pulled their contracts for misrepresentation, the wedding photos never got published. The lifestyle magazine killed the feature. Rachel's follower count dropped by 8,000 in a week. My parents didn't call for 5 days. When they finally did, it was my dad. We didn't know it had gotten that bad. Not an apology, just an acknowledgement. My mom added, "We always thought Rachel was the successful one. We didn't see what you'd built." It wasn't enough, but it was a start. I set a boundary. I'll come to family events, but I'm not pretending this didn't happen. And I need a real apology from Rachel. Not a performance, a real one. Rachel didn't respond, not for 3 months. Then, in April, a letter arrived. Handwritten, 2 pages. "I am sorry. I was drowning and I pulled you under with me. I've been in therapy. I'm paying you back for the discount code. It'll take time, but I will. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I need you to know I'm trying." It wasn't everything, but it was honest. I didn't respond right away. I let myself feel it first. A month later, I sent a short reply. "Thank you for the letter. I'm not ready to go back to how things were, but I'm willing to be civil." We saw each other at Thanksgiving. It was awkward, but we were polite. I'm okay with that. At work, things got better. I was promoted to lead technical designer. I started a mentorship program for first-generation fashion students, kids who were told their dreams were hobbies. I wanted them to know they weren't invisible. Rachel sent the first Venmo payment 2 weeks ago. $100. The note said, "First of 12. I'm sorry." I don't know if we'll ever be close, but I'm not angry anymore. I learned something through all of this. Authenticity isn't about the labels you wear, it's about the integrity you keep when no one's watching. And sometimes standing up for yourself means letting the truth be louder than keeping the peace. So here's my question for you. Have you ever been underestimated by the people who should have known you best? How did you stand up for yourself? What boundary would you set in my position? Drop a comment. I read them all. And if this story resonated, hit subscribe. There's more where this came from. One last thing. This story is a fictionalized dramatization for entertainment purposes. It is not legal or financial advice. All brand names have been used for narrative purposes only. Thanks for listening.
And remember, your voice matters even when they tell you to stay quiet.